go to a place where there was a mirror, and I was told to name 5 people either from my church or from my local area. But these people, they were supposed to be people who were pure in their heart, or people whom I thought that they had the least sins in their life. I named them and I saw their images on the mirror. Then I was given a needle and I had to prick them on their heart in the order in which I had called out their names. It was my first time doing such, and I didn't know that this thing which I was doing, I was actually sacrificing people. I had named 3 men and then 2 other women. Those women which I had named, I think that they were women who were strong in their prayers. They were to die in the order in which I had called out their names one after another. For the miracles, I was taken to a fire and the grave. Firstly, I had to go and sleep on top of a grave naked and get all of the evil spirits in my body. We went to the graveyard and it was at night. They did the ritual and I slept on the grave for about 4 hours. I was naked and I had become as hard as a rock. I lost the fear of the Lord. I was not afraid of anything or anyone. Even the little voice of God that used to whisper in my heart had disappeared.
The confession of this pastor actually revealed the spirit in your pastor. Welcome to the moment of truth. You now know why they lie without conscience, why they mislead without iota of fear, because they swallow something. Stay tuned, because this applies to all your mega pastors.
All that I wanted was to become famous, and nothing was gonna stop me from following my dreams. But there was a moment in time whereby I thought of my wife. If she knew that right now at this moment I was sleeping on top of a grave. Yes, she knew that I had gone to this place to look for spiritual blessings, but she didn't truly know what kind of spiritual blessings I'll be getting. If she were to walk by and she finds me sleeping on top of a grave naked, surely I'll be a dead man, because deep down she still had the faith in God in her heart. After we had done all of the rituals, I was then given a ring. Also, the ring that I was given, my friend had the similar ring. He then told me that we are not going to fly back to Ghana like we did, but we were supposed to go to Nigeria first. He said that he wanted.
As you already know, that majority of your big pastors, mega pastors, wears those big rings, big occult rings. I've seen it in the hands of some of them.
To pay a special visit to his spiritual father. When we arrived in Nigeria, we went to his spiritual father's place, and I was surprised because the guy was not even a Christian at all. Actually, he was a practicing Muslim, but inside his house there were statues from different religions. You could not even tell which religion did this spiritual father of my friend followed. When we entered, we were told that before we met the spiritual father, we had to kneel down in front of a statue. The way that I can explain what this statue looked like to someone who didn't see this statue, all that I can say is that this statue looked like that statue of Buddha. It was so tall that it reached the ceiling of the house. Then
you know, I already made a video about these men kneeling down here and there, about the spiritual fathers and all that. It is not biblical. It is an occultic thing. And that's a sign for you all to know that what they are doing is not of God.
My friend told me that I had to kneel down. After we had knelt down, then the spiritual father came out. We spoke and we had dinner, but they spoke in a strange way. You never understood whatever that they were trying to tell each other. It was as if they were speaking in actual tongues. Later on,
everything I already told you is what this pastor is confessing now. Their tongues are occultic tongues. And I keep saying that to you. There's no way these men will be lying, will be deceiving people, manipulating people, and they will speak good tongues. Their tongues is not from God. It's an occultic tongue. That's why nothing is working for them.
We were driven to the airport. As we were being driven to the airport, my friend, he then touched me on my right shoulder and he laughed and he said, as soon as we are going to leave Nigeria, you, my friend, you are going to become a very powerful man. Now you are going to see what it is to be a man of God. When I was on the aeroplane, I just fell asleep. Then I had a dream. I dreamt of two people. It was a man and a woman. They were walking towards me. Then they sat next to me. The other woman, she sat on my left, then the man on my right. Then they spoke with me, but they spoke in their own native tongue. Funny enough, I could actually communicate with them. I was so surprised in my dream. How was I able to communicate with them in French, because I don't even understand a single word of French, but in the dream I actually could communicate with them. When the man spoke, it was as if his voice sounded like thunder. He then said to me, "You are the one who slept on my grave for the whole night. Now I have come to accompany you on the journey of life." Then he entered my body. It was painful. It was as if someone was stabbing me in the heart, the way that he entered my body. Then the woman looked at me. When she spoke, fires came out of her mouth. Then they surrounded me. She spoke as she was looking at me, and she said, "From today, you are my husband and I am your wife. If you want to have any kind of sexual intercourse with any woman, you have to consult with me first, including your wife." She was there to prevent me from having intercourse even with my wife. Then she entered my body. I felt a very burning sensation as he was entering my body. So these spirits that had entered my body, they had names, and I was supposed to whisper their names as I was busy giving the church sermon, and then they will reveal to me all of the problems that people in my congregation will be facing. If I were to look at someone, I'll be told a brief background about that person. By the time I'll call out that person's name, that person will be surprised how I would have prophesied, because the way that I prophesied, I was so accurate. I could tell you which school you went to, the day that you were born, what you were going to do in the future. I was told that when I got home, I would meet two women who would work with me. They would also get me other members to be very close to me. As I landed, I was told that two of my church members had died in a very strange manner. The next is
now you know where they get the spirit of their prophecy from. It is not of God. Now you know why they sleep around. It is not of God. It's all for a purpose. That's why I keep saying to you, know God for yourself. I have to stop it now because he has revealed a lot. A lot we've been telling you, but it's good to hear it from the horse's mouth. But look at their hands. Their hand is never good. It ended in sorrow. I see you in my next video. Bye for now.